Hey everyone, how are you guys? Whoa, my lighting today is not good. It's dark in Minnesota already. It's like dark o'clock. It's like black outside. It is super cold. I heard it's cold everywhere. One of my subscribers who's in Michigan, Amanda, sent me a message and said she is doing her best to try to stay out of the cold. It has been below zero in Minnesota. I have not left my house today. I am okay with that because it is so cold. We have officially entered hibernating season in the Midwest. Okay, so we need to talk about what just happened. Earlier today, I did a stream about Olivia Plath and Kim and Barry Plath on last night's episode. My stream from this morning was an episode recap for the season finale of Welcome to Plathville. On the episode, at the very end, it was of the appearance that Olivia had booked a one-way ticket and purchased tickets for a concert without speaking to Kim and Barry Plath prior to doing so. They had portrayed it as though Olivia went beyond and outside the scope of their relationship, stepped out of bounds, and the editing made it seem as though Kim and Barry were completely flabbergasted. While on the video, they didn't really say a whole lot. At the event, it was behind the scenes in their voiceovers and interviews when they actually said that they did not have permission. She did this outside of it. Their relationship was never going to get better if they did this, blah, 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 blah. Which was pretty surprising. It almost felt like, what? Of all the things throughout the season, Olivia had been a lot of things, but completely going against Kim and not respecting her boundaries had not been one of them. She had always been pretty respectful of the fact that Kim had certain things that she did or did not want them to talk about with the kids. She was very open about how she felt that she didn't want to impact her ability to see the younger siblings. So she tried to play pretty nice and even. So I was like dumbfounded. I think you saw it this morning. I was like, what did we just watch? Did I just see this? Because now I kind of feel like Olivia is the bad guy, right? Well, Olivia was not happy. And I posted a quick video on my Instagram. Olivia happens to either follow me or got tagged. I don't remember. I do talk to her. And she commented and she was mad. She said the editing was done in a specific way to make her look like the villain. So I reached out to her on DM and I said, yo, let's talk about this, Olivia. What is going on? And so she said that Kim and Barry knew. She asked them if they could do a one-way ticket. They asked Kim and Barry if she could go spend some time in Minnesota. She was given permission to do so. She says Barry even helped her purchase the ticket. And she said that they also knew about the concert. What the F? Are you kidding? So here is what I asked her, how she felt overall about the show. And I'll just give you some little nuggets of what she said to me. So I asked her, are you, overall, how are your feelings of the show? And she said, I wish I hadn't ever let myself be manipulated into doing this season. It was the same thing. And another part of this was when she dropped off Isaac. Remember on the show, Olivia was ignoring Kim, not looking at her in the face, would not talk to her. And I was like, well, that's weird. Why is she acting like that? So she said this. It was the same thing when Kim dropped Isaac off. The producers promised me that she wouldn't come into the house, but drop him off in the driveway. My home is my only safe place, and I have down here. And although I hosted Ethan's family several times to try and reconcile things, it always ended up with them basically criticizing my entire life and my home. So she said that Ethan and her decided that Kim and Barry could no longer come over to the house, And that, so when they actually opened the door, when Ethan opened the door, they were stunned and shocked that Kim got out of the car. She said that Kim just basically walked past them into the house and started looking at all of their things. And she said there's even more backstory to why they don't allow Kim into the house. So what she says is when they first got married, and this is all according to her, she says, I gave her a house key to try and show her I trusted her. And I told her it was only for times when we asked her to drop by and she had called us about needing something when we weren't home. And then she went on to say that when she was on her honeymoon with Ethan, she used the house key unbeknownst to them and moved all of Ethan's things from the farm into the house for no rhyme, no reason, and threw everything in the home. And Olivia alleges it's because Ethan had the bigger bedroom than Kim and Barry, and she wanted Ethan's bedroom. She said she couldn't even wait for Ethan to get home to pack his things up on his own before she was like basically shoving everything into the house. And she said the house was packed full that they couldn't even walk through the front door. So that kind of explains a little bit more of why she didn't want Kim in the house. I would be angry about that. And, you know, Kim has been pretty critical of the things that she has said. So she said that she actually regrets not being the bigger person. She said, I know I should have been the bigger person when Kim walked into my house, but I freaked out because I was promised that she wouldn't. And she knows that off camera she can't. And she only did that because the cameras were on and I freaked out. I regret that now. I could see, like, in the moment, being stunned, being shocked, being mad, not wanting to say anything, being frustrated. So, you know, acting a little petty. That's not I don't know. I think most of us can act petty sometimes, right? Yeah. So I don't think that part of it is terrible. So then I asked her about the part at the end of the video, or at the end of the season, where she was talking about, did they know about the party? Did they know that this party was going to happen? Did they know about the trip? Did they know all of that? And she said, yes, they knew it was a party and they knew it was a goodbye party. They didn't know that it was for the birthday. She said that Mariah's birthday wasn't for another 3 weeks. But so what she did is she said they called Kim and Barry. They scheduled the dinner goodbye party. And then she said that Ethan and Olivia decided to bring some balloons and love on Mariah a little bit because she had had a really rough week. And she said she didn't want her to find out about it because none of the kids can keep secrets. So she said they didn't tell Kim and Barry about the birthday part until they got there. And she said that she even consulted with her mom about it and said, her mom could see it from both sides. Like, being a mom, you want to know what's going on with the party. But then she also noted that Kim doesn't do birthday parties for the kids anyway. And they've never done anything like that for Mariah. And she said that her birthday wasn't for another 3 weeks. And Kim said she was upset that she didn't get to host it, but she didn't end up doing anything for Mariah's birthday anyway. So she was mad that she didn't get to host it. She was mad that she didn't get to give her gifts. But then Olivia says she didn't do anything anyway, didn't give her presents, didn't matter. So was Kim being upset and wanting to give gifts more for the cameras again? I'm starting to get this idea that Kim is doing a lot of this stuff for the camera. So anyways, she says that she said one of the things that she could have done differently in retrospect would have been to like tell her ahead of time about it. But she said that she was really over having it be with Kim all the time, having to be with Kim all the time and she said she acted rather immaturely. She said she's super glad that they're done filming. And she said that Barry and Kim are planning to do another season, but she said that she and Ethan are done. She said we will not go on with them at all. And I was like, well, no one's going to watch. No one's going to watch. I mean, how would you even watch a show if Olivia wasn't on there? And Ethan? Like, if they take Olivia and Ethan off, like, what is it going to be about Kim? Kim is like the most unlikable protagonist. So this is my question. Did TLC notice, and this is just a rhetorical question, did they notice that people weren't like buying into Kim, they didn't like her, and everyone was liking Olivia? Did they try to flip the script and like make it look like Olivia was the bad person? Because if she literally, they had to have done that, right? Because she said she had permission to buy the ticket, that Barry helped her. She had permission to buy the ticket for the concert. But then on the show, they make it seem like she didn't have permission. She didn't consult them. And then they make Olivia look like a spiteful, like backstabbing person that's trying to like guide their daughter without any discussion. I would be livid. So I would be mad if this is what happened to me. I would be mad if they painted me in a certain way and it ended up not being that way. I would be frustrated. I would not want to be a part of that show. But at the same time, I don't think I would watch the show without Olivia and Ethan. And I don't think that there's really any way that you could make Kim like a protagonist. Like, I don't know, the sweet and buttery Michelle Duggar. I mean, the joyfully available Michelle Duggar, who, you know, is always happy and lovely and live, you know. And I don't buy it, like, trust me. But Kim is just not that likable. I mean, when she's taking Mariah to look at the colleges, she's trying to talk her out of it. You know, she's very controlling. There's nothing really, like, I don't know, charismatic about her. And I think that, you know, they probably signed on with them thinking that this was going to be the Duggars 2.0, right? I'm guessing that TLC saw this family with their band and they were like, this is going to be like the next Duggars, right? Because the Duggars have been on the air for a really long time, and I feel like TLC has been trying to find a replacement for them for a really long time. Counting On does okay, but I think that the like people, the public overall, I think they get tired of the same stuff, right? And I think with everything that's been going on in the press related to an investigation and this and that, there's been a lot of like, are we going to find someone new? I mean, they tried to do that with the Willises, that we all saw how that ended up. You got the Bates over on Up, but I don't see them coming over to TLC. So I think they got bamboozled with the way that it went. And so I'm wondering if what they're going to try to do is get Olivia and Ethan out and then have it just be like, everything's happy and amazing without them there. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So therein lies the question. So I want to know what your thoughts are. Are you surprised? Are you not surprised? Are you angry? Are you agitated? I am thankful to Olivia for giving me the scoop and just sharing her side of the story. I think she has every right to be frustrated, especially if they literally twisted things to make it look like she did something that she did not do. And if producers did that intentionally, they had to have, right? That's really crappy. They're trying to make what they're trying to do is paint Olivia in a worse light to make her the villain and then make Kim be more likable because Olivia went behind her back, right? Shame on you, TLC. Shame on you. All right, you guys, I'll be back later with more. Bye.